Leviticus 10 opens with terror. Two priests, Nadab and Abihu, sons of Aaron, step into sacred space, but they don't come as commanded. They bring strange fire before the Lord. Unauthorized, unsanctioned, unholy, and in a flash, fire falls, not from below, but from the very presence of God. And they are consumed, gone. No warning, no second chance, just judgment. And why? Because they offered worship their way, not God's way. They bypassed the divine order. They thought sincerity was enough. They thought being priests gave them access on their own terms. But they were wrong. Dead wrong. Now fast forward to today's generation. People say, worship however you want. All paths lead to God. Every religion is valid if you're sincere. Really? Tell that to Nadab and Abihu. Tell that to the ashes on the floor of the tabernacle. Leviticus 10 is a divine confrontation. Worship is not about what pleases man. It's about what pleases God. And God has made one thing painfully clear. Only through the mediator he provides will he accept worship. And that mediator is not Moses, not Aaron, not Mary, not Mohammed, not tradition, not rituals. The mediator is Jesus Christ. John 14:6 crushes every alternate route with one sentence. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. To the skeptics who claim that all religions worship the same God, how do you explain the God who consumes those who worship on their own terms, to the imams who teach Jesus is just a prophet? Then why does he claim to be the only way to God? To the priests who replace Christ's mediation with saints, incense, or ceremony, how is that any different from Nadab and Abihu's strange fire? To the pastors who preach comfort over truth, how many in your pews are offering strange fire because you've never told them the standard? God doesn't accept every offering. He only accepts what comes through his chosen path. And here is the truth most refuse to preach. God still rejects strange fire. He still consumes unauthorized worship. The fire may not fall instantly as it did in Leviticus 10, but the judgment is just as real, and more terrifying because it is eternal. The modern world says, create your own truth. Jesus says, I am the truth. Religion says, there are many roads. Jesus says, I am the way. Man says, God will understand. Jesus says, no man comes to the Father but by me. You don't get to bring your fire and expect God to accept it. Only one fire pleases him, the fire that comes from the altar he ordained. And that altar is the cross. Only through Jesus, his blood, his intercession, his name, can a sinner approach a holy God. No shortcuts, no substitutes. Hebrews 12:29 echoes Leviticus 10. Our God is a consuming fire. He hasn't changed. The God who consumed strange fire in the Old Testament is the same God who demands pure worship today. Worship in spirit and truth through the Son. So ask yourself, what kind of fire are you offering? Is your worship filtered through the blood of Jesus? Or is it a man-made imitation, emotional, traditional, or self-serving? Because the truth is harsh but clear. God doesn't accept strange fire, no matter how sincere. He only accepts the fire that comes through the true mediator. So to every religious leader who leads people into man-made worship, this is your warning. To every soul seeking to draw near to God, this is your lifeline. There is only one fire heaven accepts, only one name through which worship becomes holy, and only one way to the Father, Jesus Christ.